Do you know the story of Moses? Moses is one of the most important prophets in the Old Testament. He led the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt and received the 10 Commandments from God. Today, we'll be looking at his story according to the Bible. When Moses was born, the Pharaoh of Egypt made a decree that all baby boys born to the Israelites were to be killed. This was done because Pharaoh was afraid that the Israelites would take over Egypt. So when Moses' mother Amram saw that the child wasn't circumcised, she hid him for 3 months. After 3 months, she made a basket for him and put him in it, then put the basket in the reeds by the riverbank. Pharaoh's daughter came to bathe in the river and saw the basket. She opened it and saw the beautiful baby and took him out and named him Moses, which means saved. She then adopted him as her own son. As Moses grew up, he became a Hebrew leader, although he didn't know it. One day he went to visit his biological brother Aaron, and they met with some other leaders from Israel and complained about how hard their people had it in Egypt. God then appeared to Moses in the form of a burning bush and told him that he was chosen to lead his people out of slavery in Egypt. Moses was afraid and asked God to send someone else, but God said that he had chosen Moses for this task. And so Moses, along with his brother Aaron, went to Pharaoh and told him that God wanted him to let the Israelites go so they could worship God in the desert. But Pharaoh refused. So God did something amazing. He sent 10 plagues upon Egypt. The first 9 plagues were blood, frogs, lice, flies, a disease that made the cows give birth to male offspring, boils, hail, locusts, and darkness. And the last plague was the death of the firstborn sons of Egypt. Each plague was worse than the one before. After the first 9 plagues, Pharaoh still wouldn't let the Israelites go. But after the death of his firstborn son, he changed his mind. Then God gave Moses the 10 Commandments, which included, honor your father and your mother, do not murder, do not steal, do not lie, and many more. These commandments are still important today. They help us live better lives and have better relationships with God and other people. After receiving the 10 Commandments, Moses and the Israelites left Egypt and traveled through the desert. They followed the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. It led them to Mount Sinai, where God gave Moses the 10 Commandments. While Moses was talking with God, the people became impatient and wanted a God they could see, so they asked Aaron to make them a God that would go before them and lead them just like Moses did. Aaron took their gold jewelry and made a golden calf, and the people began to worship it. When Moses came down from the mountain and saw what they had done, he was angry. He threw down the stone tablets containing the 10 Commandments and broke them. The next day, Moses went back up the mountain to get another set of commandments. And while he was gone, the people made another golden calf. Again, when Moses came down from the mountain and saw the people dancing around the golden calf, he was very angry. He took the same golden calf they had made and burned it in a fire and ground it to powder. Then he threw the powder into the water and made the Israelites drink it. This showed them that God was really mad at them for making idols, and promised that he would make a new nation out of the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. After spending 40 days and 40 nights on the mountain, Moses came down with the 10 Commandments again. He led the Israelites out of Egypt and into the Promised Land. Unfortunately, he never got to enter the Promised Land because he disobeyed God's commands. When he was younger, he killed an Egyptian who was beating up an Israelite. Now God said that since he wasn't able to obey God completely back then, he wouldn't be allowed to enter the Promised Land. Instead, his friend Joshua would lead the Israelites into the land and divide it among the 12 tribes. So there you have it, the story of Moses. What do you think of Moses? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want to learn more about God and his plan for humanity, make sure to follow for more videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time.